I wanted to show y'all something today. This is our Jordan Kadori Soy Candle and Soap Store in Addison, Texas, right? I'm next to Dr. Gold and Diamonds. Next to me is Salon Sweets. Sister Monica, she does natural hair braids. She's cold with her work. And then we got Nopelli. They do like laser hair removal. Over there, we got like a Cuban market. That cleaners, it's a vacant spot. It's not open right now. They moved out not long after I moved in, about 3 years ago. The Acceptance Auto Insurance, they're open. My home girl, Sade, she opened. She moved down from Michigan. She opened her Fox Lux women's clothing boutique. Uh, we did the signage on her window. I'll walk over there in a minute. The Battery Plus. Then you got a Damo Italian restaurant, right? So around the corner, you have that florist shop is empty. So it's only about 2 vacant spots, maybe 3 over here. And then you got Ego Trips hair salons. They do big business over there. So I'm gonna walk over here and show you some of the sign work we do. Now I didn't do I could have, but I kind of got out of the building sign business years ago. I'm getting old, so I don't want to be on no ladders and afraid of heights and shit. So, but we did do her glass, and we did the wall on the inside of her business, right? So if you look in, and she's a friend on my Instagram page, you'll see this. But we did the wall on the inside. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. There we go. And she's doing her thing. She got a cleaning business and her clothing store. But the reason I'm doing this video, we got a Starbucks across the street. I always want to open a business next to Starbucks somewhere close because of their demographics. They do their due diligence on demographics. We got Snuffers, and we got a little taco place over there. And we got a high-end kind of luxury apartment complex and some condos over there. But the reason I wanted to talk to y'all, this is a convenience store. Like Shell gas station. I'm right behind the Shell gas station. And on the corner here, this intersection right here, I think 10 years ago, this intersection was the busiest intersection in Dallas County. Now, when I came over here, you got Nate Seafood across the street, Genghis Grill, Condom Sense, and you got Elite Cigar over there on the other side. Now, this intersection was the busiest intersection 10 years ago in Dallas County. So today, it's the 6th busiest intersection when I moved in 3 years ago. And the reason I'm saying that, to give y'all some numbers on leveraging your vehicle advertisement. Now this street is constant traffic. It's a little light right now because of the holiday, stuff like that. But through the week, from 6 in the morning till 7 at night, the traffic over here is jam packed. Right? Now I'm gonna show you something. Where's my car parked that I did the video on the other day? Right here. I got a mobile billboard sitting right here, and I'm gonna show y'all some strategies because I started a sign company. A lot of my business, my sign company, I've never advertised it other than what was on my truck over there. and I was turning down work, right? Just letting you know, if you blow up locally, you can throw money online and online advertise. I'm not telling you to not to do that, but you have to be smart about how you spend your money online, because let's say you run a $50 ad campaign that don't seem like a lot of money, but that $50 a week in the ad campaign over a year is $2,600, right? So if I was going to charge you to do your car like this would cost you about $650, right? The lifespan of this vinyl that I use is rated at 7 years, right? It's not like print. Now, printed decals and printed vehicle wraps, especially in the Texas sun, you got about a 3-year lifespan before that ink fades out. That's the best 3M ink. So the sun's gonna bleach out your material. This material is the same color all the way through. It's not printed on top and has a white medium base to it, and you got ink on top. This material is the color it is throughout the material. So at the worst case, the sun will bake it and start peeling it off and make it a little chalky, but that you got 7 years minimum. Now, what's on my truck looks a little rough right now, but it's still effective. What's on my truck is over 12 years old, right? So I want to give y'all some numbers, right? If you spend $650, and I ain't talking about through me, I'm talking about period, wherever you at, if you spend $650 to get your logo and your brand on your vehicle that you can move anywhere in the city, it's advertising for you 24/7, 7 days a week. You can park it in front of Lowe's, Walmart. I used to go do my business out of Home Depot parking lot because I wanted my truck to be there so contractors would see it driving in, and I picked up a ton of business just sitting in the parking lots. Right? If you got an extra vehicle, decal it and sit it in the parking lot, moving around the city. Moving around the city, Lowe's parking lot one day, Home Depot parking lot the next, right? So if we're doing the math on this, if you're looking at leveraging your vehicle, $650, 7-year lifespan, that's give you 2,555 days of use, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop advertising. You can pick the busiest intersection in your city, and you can post up there. And I used to sit there and send out calls and emails. I did business out of my truck because I wanted my signage to be in the busiest places in the city. So you're looking at costing you about 25 cents a day. 25 cents a day for a rolling billboard over 7 years. Highly effective. You're reaching hundreds of thousands of people every month. You do an online ad campaign, you might reach $50 to get you maybe a couple thousand in your local area. So you got to determine if is your business, for one, a business that's local, or is it nationwide, or is it worldwide? Where's your advertising dollars spent best? Are you spending your advertising dollars local? Are you trying to blow up locally? I'd say blow up locally first because it's the cheapest option. Online advertising is good, but you gotta be smart about it. I'm gonna tell you what I do, and this is first principles thinking, right? From a physics perspective. And I'm gonna give you this little game because I recognized this when I was a youngster and I was in the military, and I used to love strip clubs. And I would go to strip clubs, but I went there for a different reason. I went there to look at the women too. But I'm gonna tell you When I went there, I seen the flip in the strip clubs when I was a kid. The girls used to pay to dance. They used to get paid by the strip clubs, right? As an employee. Somewhere in the late '90s, the girls started having to pay to dance in the strip clubs. So I seen the flip. I seen the first principles thinking, and whoever was owning these businesses, they saying, okay, these girls are they bringing in the traffic. Let me let me start charging them to dance here because it's super popular. So I applied that to my own business. I said, okay, how can I leverage that kind of thinking and flip the script when you take a deficit and turn it into a positive, right? So I said, okay, if I do my own sign work, I can control my own advertising. And I firmly believe every single company, if you're a small starting out company, the first company you should start should be your own sign company. Now you can use people like me to do it and save yourself a lot of money and get a long-term advertising. Or you can do it yourself, buy your equipment, and you can always leverage your equipment against your business. Do your own banners, do your own signs, at the drop of a dime. You ain't waiting on nobody and you ain't paying nobody, and it's, you know, if that's what you want to do. So you do an ad campaign online, $50 a week, you might reach a couple of thousand people, right? Over a year's time, $50 a week, that's $2,600. Over 7 years, that's over $18,000 you're spent to reach less people in your local area than you get off of vehicle advertising. I'm just saying, blow up locally first. Get your brand popping. Now, when I do media advertising, social media advertising, take advantage of the free stuff. But if you're paying for ad campaigns, do it when it coincides with an event. And I'm gonna tell you a little game I learned along the way, right? Let's say the Cowboys are having a football game, a home football game, or it might be a rodeo in the area, whatever Jerry Jones is doing at Cowboy Stadium, right? I target that address in my Facebook advertising or my Google advertising. So I'm spending my ad spend money for that address, that zip code right there. And then just so happen my vehicles or my car or my truck or uh, somebody who has that my advertising on their vehicle is in the area. So not only are they seeing it on their phone as advertising in a concentrated area, you got 110,000 people inside of a Cowboy stadium. You got even more than that around there in restaurants watching the game, right? And my vehicle is driving around with product in the car. May or may not be Ubering. I'm not gonna put them in this, but hey, and the Uber just may be set to the local area. So I'm only picking up people in that area and dropping people off in that area while there's product in the car, while the advertisement's on their phone and the advertisement's on the car. So how many impressions did I get? I'm just saying, sometimes you got to think different, right? If you're gonna build a business from scratch, you got to do things that are different from the narrative on what big box is pushing. They want you to spend all your money in ad spend and reach people that if your business is not very easy, like the sign business here. I've done very little business sign work outside of Dallas, right? That's where people see me, but I could make signs and ship it out to you and you put it on yourself. That's not a problem, right? I've done that, but majority of the money I make off of signs overwhelmingly comes from the local area. Contractors, small businesses, big businesses in the area. I turn down work every day from sign business. right? Because I'm focusing on, I take what I want to take. I put it that way. I have the right of refusal, and I take the stuff that I can get done quick and fast, and I don't want to be up there doing stuff like that no more. I just don't want to be up on the ladders, and I don't want to be up on the lifts. Now, it's a young man's sport, so you can make a lot of money the higher you go up. That's a fact, right? You can do building signs and can letters and channel letters. You can do all that. You know, I used to make that stuff from scratch by hand. I designed my sign. I didn't put it up, but I designed it, right? So leverage your online presence. Now take advantage of all the free social media. I mean, I need to get better at that myself. I'm not an expert at marketing. I'm definitely not an expert at social media. You know, not to be honest with you, I don't even like it. I do it sparingly, but I'm strategic when I do it. If I'm paying for advertising, Google, Facebook, these platforms, man, they very it's a dark pit when you're putting your money in there to only get impressions when you could be getting 100,000 impressions a month. You know, you'll see this car or my truck posted up on corners where my business is not. I'm just saying, you know, you have a you'll change the way you feel about road rage. You won't mind being stuck in traffic when you see people reading the side of your car, taking pictures of it and writing your number down, and you get phone calls. You're gonna be too busy. I'm sorry, it's windy out here, but you're gonna be too busy doing business to worry about traffic. It's a little free game there.